So what are prop types and default props in React? So this is a documentation, but I'll show you a real life example. So let's go to VS Code. So this is a React component. So this is a long one though. So we are passing in props. Now, when we are passing in props, we are destructuring them. So let's say this handle change. Now we know that this handle change should be a function, but what if someone passes in a string or an array, but we want to be certain that this should every time be a function. So even if someone passes something else like string or a number or array, it will throw an error. So we know that in React, if we are not using TypeScript or TSX, that is TypeScript XML, there is no strict type checking. We cannot check for types in React or in JavaScript. We don't have a type check unless we are using TypeScript, of course. But React provides us a way to check our types for our props. So how do we do that? We just simply have to import prop types from prop types. Okay, after this, after we have imported prop types, just go to the end, or you can do it at the beginning as well. I have written this at the end. So you have to write your component's name, whatever is the component name is. So in my case, it is my list filter header, and then write dot prop types. So whatever is your prop name, like for example, here we have feature filter component. So we are defining it as PropTypes.func. .func is a function. So where did this func come from or array come from? You can check in the documentation. We have the types defined there. So func means a function. This should be a function. Here this should be an array. Then this should be an object. And here let's say this filter icon BG color. This should be a string. Okay. Now what are these default props? So default props are what will be the default value of that prop if we do not pass anything into that component. Let's say if toggles, if we are pass, let's say toggle should be an array, but if we are not passing anything uh, into this component as props with the name toggles, in that case, if we are not passing anything with the name toggles, then it will automatically take the form of a empty array. So this is the use of default props, that if we do not pass anything, it will be an empty array. So I hope you like what I taught you today, and I hope you understood it. If you didn't, please share in the comments what else should I teach you, and you can head on to the documentation. I'll show you the documentation in a bit. So this is the documentation, and these are the types that we can define. So these are the prop types. We have array, we have boolean, function, number, object, string, and symbol. We can even combine types as well. Let's say if we want that, okay, this should either be a string or a number, then we can combine these type of props. So how do we do that? Here is an option. So let's say prop types dot one of type. We can use one of type. So it could be either a string, number, or let's say in this case we are also writing instance of. So this is one of the way we can use we can have one prop with multiple types. Let's say prop types dot one of. So it should either be news or photos. So we can like limit. Next I'll show you. Okay, so this is the required. So this prop is required. If we are not passing it, again it will throw an error. So this way we can like make a type check our prop, and type check can be done, and our required field can be made. So this way we can handle our props.